taking the masking off and showing the old junk that's underneath of it as a reminder that we're just fixing up an old Jeep. You know, looks pretty good right now, but we're going to stab an old rusty motor in here. We're going to stab a old rusty axle in here and hand it off to a 16-year-old. But it looks good. Thanks for coming back. This week it's the 17th episode, so I don't know when you'll see it. But as you can tell, I'm taking the masking off. I'm going to take down my temporary paint booth, and we're going to start working to get an axle underneath of this weekend, so that we can start to move it around and hopefully start stabbing the engine back into it, starting the reassembly process. But the goal today or tonight is to get this tarp thing down, and then this weekend we're going to tackle some work on the donor to try to get the axle out of it so that we can put it in here. I don't know how much of it will make it into this video, but we're going to keep going and get as far as we can. Thanks for coming along. I don't know, let me just walk over here and walk right past the thing I was looking for. Go get a marker, you gotta make a list. You have to make a list of the next set.
Okay.
Alright, so first things first, we gotta add to that list. We've gotta put a little sway bar. Drill out that bolt. We want to do that before we put the axle in. So sway bar bolt.
I was just gonna write drill out sway bar bolt.
There, that's fine.
Okay.
And then I think we'll go straight to the front axle.
Why was I writing bay? Sway bar.
Do you need my long arms?
No. I have longer arms than mine.
You do. Alright, sway bar bolt, and then I think we'll put the front axle in so we can get it rolling.
Front axle.
What's that?
Should I write install front axle?
Yeah. You can just put front axle. I guess we should probably tidy this wiring harness back in there so that it's not dangling, so that we can move this thing around.
Is it AXLE?
AXLE, yeah.
I had a moment of, is the E before the L?
It can be. I think the Brits do it that way.
It just feels wrong. I don't know why.
Axel Foley, I think, was that way, the guy from the TV show. And then, so front sway bar, stall front axle, and then I think, we're gonna want to pull the other engine, but like I think on this, the next thing we do is I think we pull the dash out and we change out. We do the heater core and evap. So do heater and evap, and that's a good time to clean the interior, so we can clean the interior.
And evap, EVAP?
Yeah, EVAP, AC, evap, A/C EVAP.
A/C EVAP.
Yeah. Because that's this stuff here. So I think we'll want to order new ones of those.
What are these, like, patches from?
Duct tape.
That's awful. I didn't realize duct tape did that.
Yeah, if you leave it on for too long, it'll do that. It's a really bad paint. That's going to be hard to fix, like this section in here. But we'll get it.
I'll put stickers over. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We could though.
Yeah, we could. All right. I would say clean interior. Well, I think we'll just add later on as we go. We're going to want to put this whole engine bay back together. But that's a good start. So those are the next 4 things we're going to want to do. We want to drill out that sway bar bolt because we want to do that before we put the axle in. Then we put the axle in so we can make it mobile. And then we want to get the heater core stuff out of the way. Because we can get to this section in here from in here, so it'll be. I just would rather do that when the engine's not, because these bolts right here are what hold that in place. All right, so you heard it. The next step is to drill out that sway bar bolt so that we can start putting this back together. I want to do it before I put the axle in it. The next step is put the axle in it. We got to get that out of the donor, but we'll do that next. But I want to get this bolt drilled out. So what happened is when we were taking the sway bar out, we broke off this bolt. This one right there. And so I wanted to do that before we painted. I just forgot. It's okay. I'll get it now. Then we can put a new sway bar on there when it comes time. Here we go. These things basically never work, but you know, it doesn't stop the guy from trying. The reason this broke off is Mara was going the wrong way with the impact. So there's a slight chance that it comes right out there. Not gonna do it. Well, that's about what usually happens. Well, it's the next day. We broke the easy out last night, so tonight we're gonna try to put a washer on it and then weld that to it, and then put a nut on the washer and see if we can't zip that sucker out of there. Wish me luck. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that is, I welded it to the piece of easy out, and now the easy out has come out. It's gonna fight me every step of the way, but that's out now, so I can get at the actual bolt now, maybe. Ah. Or of the easy out. Damn it. Actually, that's all of it that time. You can actually see the tip right on it. That's the tip of the easy out now. Well, I'll be dipped. I'm gonna try one more time now that the easy out's not there. What else is gonna grab on? That is what we would call signs of a struggle. That's the captive bolt or the captive nut out of the hole. And with this nut out of the way, it was a captive nut, so it was welded into the frame. I was able to hammer it out. And with that out of the way, I can put another captive nut in there with a piece of plate so that I can get to it with get a thing in onto the thing, and we can put a spot back in there that's the right size. I was kind of hoping to drill and tap it, but what I didn't realize was that it was on an angle, and I wasn't drilling at the right angle, so I came out the side of the threads, broke off a couple of bolts, broke off a couple of drill bits. Real struggle, real struggle. I really wish I had done that before I painted, but we were just so in the zone of painting, I forgot that was on the list, and that's okay. We will get it done. So we can check that off the list. We're going to throw a captive nut on a little piece of plate and stick it back in there, and we can check that off. So this is the bolt that should go in that spot. So it's a metric something 10.5. Something to that effect. So we're going to go over to the bolt bin. We're going to see if we can find a nut that can fit that so that we can weld it to a piece of metal and then stick it back in the hole and yada yada yada. See what we can find. Oh, I hate this part. There's a bolt. Has a nut on it. It's labeled 10.9. That little nut will fit onto that pretty well. That is definitely the same threads. These threads are just kind of gross. So here we go. Take that guy, capture it. Still recording. Here I am fooling around with the camera. And you're over there recording away. Now it's dinner time. See you guys in a little bit. Basketball game. See you guys tomorrow. Alright, now I've got the bolt, the captured nut. Now I've got to slide it in through a hole and weld it in place. like it never happened. So many times, just a single broken bolt can throw off days of progress. I was really hoping that this video would have, you know, another axle or the engine or some major progress for you. But instead, it's well past the date that I wanted to release it, which was 2 days ago. But this bolt interrupted our progress, and then I got sick, and then I threw out my back, and that's still kind of bothering me. So that's why projects take so long. But yet another one checked off. We can check off the one at the top there. But that's it for tonight. I'm gonna nurse my sore back, throw some paint on this, and go upload this thing to YouTube so that you guys can watch it. Thank you so much for coming out. We're gonna continue to make progress on this. We're gonna continue to just one broken bolt this thing all the way to the end, and we will upload videos as often as we have progress. So what you saw in the last however many minutes of video is all the progress that we achieved in just over a week. And that's not very much. But it is something, and we're going to keep going. Thanks for stopping out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And if you want to tell me what you want to see, or if you don't like it, let me know in the comments what we can do to change, and we'll do our best. Thanks for coming. See you guys.